All right, hi everyone, it's F from Past Point One Comics. Well, my books finally came in from CBCS. Y'all want to see what grades I got? Let's get going. Okay, so like I said, my books came in from CBCS. But before we get going with those books, I want to give a shout out to a fellow YouTuber. I've mentioned his channel before, but this is one specific video that he does on Mondays, like every 2 weeks on a Monday. It's Hood Rat Comics. He has a really great channel, but on Mondays, he does this one show called Monday Night Jive. When I watch YouTube videos, I want to be entertained, and if I gain some knowledge, it makes it even better. And he hits it out of the park with his YouTube video. Like I said, it's on Mondays, but it's on like every 2 weeks. His last video, I believe, was on March 28th. I'll put a link to that video in the description below. He and three of his cohorts, Comic Book Crackhead, Mindshift, and Dan Della Torre. Like I said, it's very entertaining and it's very knowledgeable. For me, what I mean by knowledgeable is that they put out books or they show books that could be gaining in value or in interest, and that always interests me. So I'm giving another shout out to Hood Rat Comics and this specific video that he does on Mondays. But like I said, these are books that I got back from CBCS. A little thing about these books before I go much further. I cleaned and pressed them myself. I started cleaning and pressing my own books. I just decided to give it a go. I've gone on YouTube. I've spoken to other people on Instagram, how they clean and press their books. So I gathered information from all different types of like videos and people on Instagram. And I'm doing my own pressing. And I'm taking it slowly. I'm learning as I go. I started out with dollar bin books to make sure I don't mess up the books that much. And I've been, progressing to higher and higher books. By higher and higher books, I mean like Silver Age, Bronze books, books that are more expensive. But I do it, like I said, I hold my breath when I'm cleaning and pressing, that I don't want to mess up these books. And I'm getting more and more comfortable as I do more and more cleaning and pressing. But these books, I sent them out last year in 2021. They got to CBCS in June, about the middle of June. And I got them back a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to show them to you. So the first one is Something is Killing the Children, #1. This came out in 2019. This is the first print. And it came back a 9.8. So far, so good. My next book is also Something That's Killing the Children. This is a fourth printing of #1. And this one also came back at 9.8. Yeah, like I said, I just wanted to do my own cleaning and pressing. One, to save on money. Collecting comic books, and if you want to get them graded, it starts adding up money-wise. So I'm trying to cut back in pricing as much as possible. And one way that I thought would be, that I could save some money, would be to do my own cleaning and pressing. And like I said, I'm no expert at it. I'm just doing my best that I can. And they are my books. So this one is The Department of Truth. Came out in 2020. Also came back 9.8. I always, most of my books that I've gotten graded in the past have been CGC. And I have some books there before my my annual membership expired that I sent the same time in June, and they're still pending. But I got these back sooner, the ones from CBCS. And my membership, at least for the next year, is with CBCS. After my membership with CBCS expires, I may go back to CGC. It all depends. I look at both companies to see how they're doing turnaround times. And I know you can pay more to get back books quicker. But like I said, it's expensive. And I just decided to go with CBCS this year. And I haven't been, I would like my books back quicker. Like I said, I sent them out in June of 2021. And they just got back in February of 2022. So over a half a year. But for now, I'm going with CBCS. And this next one is Strange Academy #1. It's a Jerome Opena retailer incentive. I wasn't satisfied with this grade. It came back at 9.2, but I know why. On the back, you probably won't be able to see it unless I put a close-up on it. Right here, it's a bent. it's a bent comic book and it's a color break. And it wasn't my fault. That's the way I got the book. Sometimes that happens, you know. So I was hoping a 9.8 for this one, but I'll take a 9.2. Another Strange Academy. This is J. Scott Campbell. This is a Comet Mint Virgin exclusive. And it came back at 9.8. I was thinking before I got it graded to get it signed by J. Scott Campbell. But like I said, you know, I don't mind getting books graded because I like them. But I'm trying to cut back on costs, you know, I do my own cleaning and pressing. And I'm just trying to avoid signatures. I know they're cool when certain artists, you know, sign their own books. But it just adds to the overall price. It just adds to the overall cost of getting a book graded. So I decided not to. My last Strange Academy #1. This is an Art Adams variant. And it came back at 9.8. So far, so good. And this one is We Live, #5. This is a Comic Mint second printing. Hopefully you can see it. It's in black and white. Comic Mint is an online store that sells exclusives for certain books. I decided to buy some from them. And here's another one. This is a Comic Blend foil variant. It's We Live #5, and We Live is from Aftershock Comics. This is written by the Miranda Brothers, and I interviewed them last year for We Live. I'll put the link in the description for that video too if anybody wants to check it out. They're really nice guys. And here's another We Live, #5. I got 2 of them. Now these two, the last 2 that I just showed, they're the foil variants. I didn't clean and press these. They're foil variants, and I just wasn't comfortable heat pressing them, but I did put them in a cold press. Cold press basically is when you have like an acrylic board. It's clear, and you put it there, then you put one on top and you put a weight on it to, I'm not sure if that helped it or not, but I just did it to kind of press it out. If there's any like waves on it, hopefully it took it away. This one is another We Live #5. This is the last issue of the first series of We Live. Came back 9.8. I know what you're thinking. Boy, this guy presses good books. I go, yeah, I press them. But like I said, I keep my fingers crossed every time I press a book. This is the We Live #1 from Aftershock, like I said. And I bought this book when it first came out. Oh, and it has a back cover too. It's pretty cool. Another We Live #1. Yeah, newer books to me, by newer books, books that just came out recently within the last couple of years, they have a better chance of being a 9.8 because they're newer. That's my opinion, at least. This is Ultimate Fallout. This is a second printing of Ultimate Fallout. This one came a 9.4. I have a couple of the original Ultimate Fallouts, the first printing, and they're getting quite expensive. So, you know, Marvel always comes out with second printings or variant printings. So I decided to buy these. But I think they may go up in value too because the original ones, people may be outpriced. You know, it's getting so high they can't afford it. So they start going for the next best thing. And I just felt like these would be better, you know, as far as hopefully the price will go up as the years go by. But we'll see. And this one came back a 9.8. I have one. This next one is an Iron Man #282. This is the first appearance of War Machine Armor. Now, this is my own book. I bought this back in 1992, and I've kept it, and it came back a 9.8. Yeah. The older the book, to me at least, the least of a chance of it coming back as a higher grade because just you keep it in a box, and if you don't change the plastic bags and the backboards that are in, or it could be getting crunched. Who knows what could happen with these books if you don't keep the best care of them. I'm saying that I don't, but they're in boxes for years and years and years. But I came back at 9.8. This is another one of my originals. This is the first appearance of Riri Williams, who would later become Ironheart, and this one came back a 9.6. And the last book that I got from CBCS is Thor: God of Thunder #6. It's the first appearance of Null in cameo, origin of Gore, the God Butcher. And it came back a 9.6. And I believe Gore, the God Butcher, is going to be in the next Thor movie. So this one may gain in value. So overall, I have no complaints. That one Strange Academy that came back at 9.2. I was hoping I would get a higher grade, but sometimes they just don't come out higher. Even though you want them to, you're wishing they do. They have to be checked, obviously, and there's any imperfections on the book, the grades go lower, and they came back at 9.2. So I hope you like this video. I'm going to be doing videos as usual on a weekly basis or daily basis sometimes. Whenever I feel like making a video, I just, go on, start putting them out on YouTube. But once again, this is Efren, Pass by One Comics. If you like what you see, please hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. Until next time, everybody be safe and take care.